This week on the Stampede, it's Iron Skillet Week as SMU prepares to host TCU at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
That's one of those games that you don't have to worry about a Newt Rockne speech before the game or anything like that. They're going to be ready to play.
And it's blocked by big Margus Hunt.
Margus Hunt just might be the freakiest athlete in college football, and we'll meet him up close and personal.
Hall looks to his right.
Plus, we'll take an extended look back at the signature win of the June Jones era, last year's overtime victory over the Horned Frogs.
Gilbert looks to throw right sideline. It's caught. Keenan Holman at the 10. Touchdown SMU.
The 2012 SMU football season has been a bit of a roller coaster.
Lawrence throwing back of the end zone, touchdown. Lanier Sampson.
The Ponies lost to Big 12 power Baylor.
Snap, and this one's blocked by big Aaron Davis. SMU's got a chance to pick it up, and they will. Kenneth Acker's going to take it.
Pummeled Stephen F. Austin State by a score of 52-0.
Touchdown, SMU!
Then fell to SEC newcomer Texas A&M.
Taylor's got him wrapped up and then can't bring him down. Manziel slips out, goes left, and he completes it for a first down. To the 25, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Kenrick McNeil. Unbelievable play by Johnny Manziel.
We had an opportunity, I thought, the first game to make some plays. We thought that if we could get by that game, we had a shot maybe to get on a little roll, get some confidence, but we lost the first one. So then we said we had to get the second one. We did, and then we really, before the season started, we said we had to get no worse than 2-2 through, through the first 4 games. And so we have an opportunity to do that now against TCU, but we have to play a lot better.
And Gilbert with man-to-man coverage on a jump ball. Touchdown SMU, Derek Thompson.
The main goal is to win the conference. It's, these non-conference games, they're fun, and it's good to test yourself against big-time football. And but when it all said and done, you want to be the conference champion.
Manziel has a ton of time flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run to his right at the 15, breaks to the 10, turns inside to the 5, at the goal line, touchdown.
That was a tough loss. I mean, the scoreboard didn't indicate how we played. I mean, we left a lot of points on the field, but this is a good week just to lick the wounds and feel sorry for yourself, I guess. But get over it quick because we've got TCU coming to our house.
Right, handoff, Zach Line, going right to the end zone, touchdown SMU. Zach Line carries it in from 4 yards out.
The running game has been solid. Zach Line may be the most underrated back in the country.
Don't tell that kid to score. Zach Line breaking tackles. There's a reason he's led Conference USA in rushing each of the last 2 seasons.
Did he come up the field on you or underneath? He's coming to my inside shoulder. Okay.
Zach is just a special kid. He can block with the big boys and he can run. He's got little man quickness, good vision inside, and he's tough to bring down. He's just an old school fullback is what he is, And there aren't many of those in the National Football League anymore like him. And hopefully he'll get an opportunity to go do it for somebody too.
He's a great player. He's incredibly physical. He looks like a linebacker, but he's also one of the smartest guys that you have out there on the field. He has a really high football IQ, and I think he's going to be a great player at the next level.
But the passing game that is the hallmark of June Jones' run-and-shoot offense has yet to fire on all cylinders.
Almost, it is picked off on the deflection.
Well, it's always hard when you have a new quarterback and you got new position. We got a lot of new players at key spots. You can go right down pretty much any team that replaces quarterbacks are not very consistent. Garrett's living through some of the things that first-year players in the system go through, and so you got to live with those mistakes. He's got a real nice arm, and he does have some mobility to him, and he's a very competitive kid. Those things will come forth as he gets more comfortable in what we're doing.
I feel like each day, if not each week, I am just taking huge steps towards becoming a better player, towards becoming a better quarterback, and towards becoming a better student of the game, and then being a better quarterback in this offense.
Defense, defense. The defense played brilliantly against Stephen F. Austin, picking 7 passes and scoring 3 touchdowns.
There's an interception. Kenneth Acker picks this one off. The 30, running left to the 40, to the 50. One man to beat to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Kenneth Acker, second touchdown of the night.
But there were no takeaways in the game with Baylor and Texas A&M.
There's two things I thought we got to work on. We played awful well up to about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. We were really playing well defensively, but our tackling fell apart, and then we didn't close that game out, and I expect our kids to play at that level through 4 quarters, and that's the two things we're going to stress the next week and a half is we're going to get better tackling, and we're going to learn to play for 4 quarters. 2 quarters doesn't get it done in a game like that.
It's going to burn a little bit. That's the nature of the game. It's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. But we're competitors, and we're determined to get this thing turned back around. We're not in any panic mode, so to speak. Just take it one day at a time and just get better, and I think we'll be right on track where we need to be.
And this stat is telling. Through 3 games, SMU's offense is averaging 4.8 yards per play, while the defense is giving up 6.6. This Saturday, arch-rival TCU comes to the Hilltop to play for the Iron Skillet. The Mustangs will need to pick it up on both sides of the ball if they're to beat the Horned Frogs. At this point, it's probably fair to say that the Mustangs are a team in search of an identity.
4 out of 5 weeks we're playing pretty tough teams, and especially A&M, TCU back-to-back, and that only prepares you. When you play the best competition, it should rise. It should bring the best out of you, and so still working on that to bring everybody's best out of them.
We got to get back to blocking, tackling, fundamentals, technique, and really hone in on those areas, and then we'll start to expand and really hone in on TCU and what they do schematically. But right now it's just all about us getting ourselves right.
Don't hit down in here. You have no power when you're hitting down here.
We'll get better as the season goes, but we're not a BCS team right now. We played 2 BCS teams, and we're getting ready to play a 3rd one in the first 4 games.
That's one of those games that you don't have to worry about a Newt Rockne speech before the game or anything like that. They're going to be ready to play.
They're going to want that skill back. We came to their house last year, took it in overtime. I think they're going to come in here and play hard, and it's going to be a physical game.
When we come back, a profile of SMU's kick-blocking machine, Margus Hunt.
This record does not just belong to me. It belongs to all of the guys up front who actually are doing the job.
Margus Hunt is college football's super freak.
Extra points blocked.
He's 6 foot 8 inches tall, weighs 280 pounds, and looks to be solid muscle.
And this blocked by Margus Hunt.
He has an 82-inch wingspan and a 36-inch vertical jump. He runs a 4.640 and can bench a 225-pound weight 35 times. The Dallas Morning News named him the best athlete in the Metroplex, college or pro.
Margus has just been a joy to be around. He's a world-class athlete. He's bought into everything that he's been taught as far as technique, and had no bad habits learning. And so, he just has gotten better and better.
Let's go, Hunt! Go, Hunt, Hunt! This will be a 23-yarder off the left hash. Margus Hunt is into the game, and Hunt blocks the kick up the middle. Margus Hunt, unable to start on defense tonight because of his back, but he is able to come in and do his specialty.
I told you, baby! I told you!
That is an NCAA record, by the way, for blocked field goals for Margus Hunt.
Well done. Well done.
Good job, dude. Congrats. Is that the outright lead now?
Huh?
Is that you got the lead now?
Yeah.
This record does not just belong to me. It belongs to all of the guys up front who actually are doing the job and to open the gaps up, and I just happen to go through there.
I was really happy for him to get that record. That's a hard record to get, and he's done a nice job of that, and it gives us another weapon.
Hunt grew up in the Baltic Republic of Estonia. They play football there too, but we call it soccer. He won the World Junior Championship in both discus and shot put in 2006 and came to SMU to train with Coach Dave Woolman.
I had heard about him, but I wasn't recruiting because I didn't have a men's team. So I went to compliance and I said, what can I do? What can't I do with this kid? I don't have a team. Can I coach him? And they said, no, you can't coach him. And fortuitously, that was a good decision because it turns out that he actually comes here and ends up playing football.
Let's go. There you go. That's okay. I don't way to react to him.
He turned to football as a way to finance his education. He tried out for June Jones, and even though he had zero football experience, his remarkable athleticism earned him a scholarship.
8 years ago, I knew I was going to be at the Olympics this year. I knew that for a fact, but you never know what, different life choices you're going to make. Now I'm just trying to take it day by day and see what comes.
He's a great football player. It hasn't always been that way. It's been a process of him growing up through 4 years. People forget 4 years ago he'd never put on a pair of shoulder pads, and now all of a sudden he's probably a first-round draft pick in the NFL. So it's been really fun watching him progress over the course of the 4 years, and I think this is the year he's really going to dominate. And if he does, if he plays the ability he's capable of, he'll be the most dominant defensive end in college football.
His freshman year, he blocked 7. That's right, 7 kicks, and was named honorable mention All-Conference USA.
Freshman year, they just told him to go get the person with the ball, go get the person with the ball. He was like, just go, just running, like just running around. But now his football IQ, he knows, he getting his technique down and stuff like that, just knowing where to be and how this game is played.
My freshman year, we caught everyone off guard, so that's why we were able to be successful with the field goal blocks.
His sophomore year, he started every game, posting 3 sacks, 45 tackles, and 6 tackles for a loss.
And it's blocked by Big Margus Hunt.
Last season, Hunt blocked 4 kicks and earned all CUSA honorable mention honors for the 3rd consecutive time.
You got to have good eye-hand coordination to block kicks, and that just speaks miles about what kind of athlete he is.
In many ways, Hunt is still a work in progress, but 2012 looks to be a breakout season.
He's still learning every day, and he knows that he doesn't know it all yet, and he's eager to learn from every coach, whether it's on the offensive side or on the defensive side. And once he learns it, he processes it, and he goes out and he does it on the field, where a lot of guys, it takes them a while to do that.
He's already proved he has the chops to block kicks. Now he wants to join the ranks of the game's elite defensive ends.
He has some of his best football ahead of him, because every year that he plays, he's going to get better and better.
He's just not scratching the surface of what he can do. He's a strong physical guy. So the more experience he gets, the better he's going to be.
Hunt was voted defensive captain by his teammates. High praise for a player in just his 4th year of football.
Here's a Mustang blitz and a sack, Margus Hunt.
Hunt looks to be a sensation at next year's NFL Combine, and many experts believe he'll go high in the draft.
Mel Kiper, somebody ranked in the top 15 athletes coming out in the draft.
But that's in the future. For now, the focus is on winning games.
The extra point is blocked.
I'm just here to experience the team environment, and it's been absolutely wonderful. 4 years, and I've had a really good time, so now it's just time to finish it off strong.
Next up, we go into the vault and pull the tapes from last year's dramatic win over TCU. Time now to open up the archives and relive the signature win of the June Jones era. To set the stage, last year the Mustangs journeyed to Fort Worth to play the Horned Frogs, their 91st meeting in this historic rivalry. The Ponies were 3-1. TCU also stood at 3-1 and was ranked number 20 in the country. To win, SMU needed to start fast, and the Ponies did just that.
A pickup of 12 for Zach Line and another SMU first down. On 3rd and 8, quick snap, McDermott from the shotgun, looking into the end zone, fires, caught, leaping grab, touchdown, Darius Johnson.
On their next possession, the Mustangs struck again.
And a play action, JJ is going to fire it deep down the near side, and Darren Wilkerson has everybody beat at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, touchdown, SMU!
Get you some of that.
June Jones kept the pedal to the metal. The 3rd drive ends with a Chase Hover field goal. 3 possessions, 3 scores. SMU 17, TCU nothing.
Let's go, let's go.
But the Ponies knew this fight was far from over.
Just keep playing like you are, okay? Just keep playing, grinding with them.
Not let up, man.
Yeah, that's right. You got to stay on them.
TCU running back Ed Wesley broke a 63-yarder. And Matthew Tucker scored from the 1.
Touchdown, TCU.
At the break, it was SMU 17, TCU 7.
If they're playing in and out, the free safety's coming down, he's got the back, okay? So as you drive, if that guy takes the whip, just keep going. If there ain't nothing there, just run right through it.
It's right here, right now. Move it, let's go. Finish this game. Let's go.
When we come back, moments to remember as SMU pulls off the upset. SMU kicked off to start the second half, and Zach Line made perhaps the play of the game as he forced a fumble that led to a score.
Runs it out up the right hash. Coming left. Jumps the ball out. SMU. J. Scott. Touchdown. SMU on a fumble recovery to open the second half.
Zach Line gets down there, wins the block, knocks that ball loose.
SMU added a field goal to widen the lead to 27-10. But the Frogs answered with a score of their own.
Haw pumps once, now throws into the end zone. Touchdown to Josh Boyce.
It's 27-17 SMU with 14 minutes left in the game. Then it was SMU's turn.
Looking to his right, now he's going to fire it deep down the left side. He's got Darius Johnson! Diving backward! Touchdown, SMU!
J.J. McDermott's touchdown pass to Darius Johnson was indeed a thing of beauty. The extra point was missed, but so what? The Mustangs led 33-17. Game over, right? Wrong. Casey Pascal hit Brandon Carter for 6. The 2-point conversion failed.
Hey, come on. You hear me? Right now, that's when we're the number 9 defense. It's right there. Not in the first quarter. Come on.
But now the Frogs had momentum. Ross Evans kicked a 29-yard field goal. Then Pascal tossed another short TD pass.
Touchdown, TCU.
Tie game, 33-33, and we went into overtime. With momentum clearly on the side of TCU, the Ponies take the field and attempt to make a statement about who they are.
Tied at 33 in overtime. TCU showing a blitz, but they only bring 4. McDermott looks to his right. He's going to throw for the end zone. Yes! Touchdown! Jeremy Johnson!
Advantage Mustangs. Now it was up to the defense to make a stop. It came down to this. TCU ball, 4th and 2 at the 17.
The SMU stop, and they won it in OT. Paul Hall looks to his right. Yes, sir! SMU wins it! 40-33 in overtime!
Although it is just one game, just one win, the ensuing pandemonium is sweet celebration for a program that has struggled mightily to find its place among the game's elite.
We were hoping to end it in regulation. Once it went to overtime, I mean, Coach dialed up a good play. We made a good catch. The defense did an outstanding job.
It's a battle. We knew they were going to come out fighting. We got up on them early, but they're a good team. They're a top 20 team, so we knew that they're going to get some shots on us, so we just had to keep playing. And eventually we took it to overtime, but we pulled it out.
This is awesome. You know, this is going to bring, you know, as far as recruiting goes for Coach Jones. But other than that, just, you know, you start winning games, you win, well, we have 3 in a row now. We start getting on that roll where you don't think you'll lose anymore.
This is my senior year, and it feels good to go out with a win right here. But one thing we can't do is get complacent. We have a long road ahead of us. This just shows, you know, the credit to Coach Jones, what he's done with the program and the way we're headed. But this is a great win. It's a great feeling.
Fans and players alike make the journey back to the locker rooms, overcome with joy.
Yeah, well, I just stepped out here. It's pretty. I'm really excited for the kids. A lot of the seniors in particular have, battled through so many things. Kelvin Beecham and Bryce Tennyson and Josh, everybody, and I'm just really happy for them to see this.
I'm speechless. I done cried. It's tears of joy. All that hard work, missing out with family time, missing family reunions, missing all those different things. All that work paid off. All during the week, Coach Jones and Coach Gans talked about going through a barrier. And before we prayed, before the game, I talked about not only going through it, but annihilating the barrier. And we wouldn't have it no other way. I mean, it was a tough game from the start, back and forth. We was on top. They made a comeback, and we held off, and then we had to just to win the game. And that's what happened.
I was really proud of the whole team today. It's overwhelming. This program is on the turnaround. We're trying to bring it up, so look out for SMU.
The victory billboarded the Ponies as a program to be reckoned with leadership and players who are hungry to go to the next level and are willing to go the extra mile to get there. The win resonated throughout the Metroplex.
I think it was a huge step for SMU to beat not just a ranked opponent, but a team that you're competing against in the area. I mean, TCU's had this big reputation. Now SMU steps up and says, hey, we can not only play with you again, now we can beat you. I think it's a huge step forward for the Mustangs.
That's big time, old time Southwest Conference SMU TCU, and I loved every bit of it. But for SMU to go in there, win that game, I think it's the biggest win they've had since the dreaded word death penalty. Just good to see SMU back, and I don't think I'm premature here. I think SMU is back.
This Saturday, the Mustangs host TCU on the Hilltop. Kickoff is 6 o'clock, and seats are still available. SMU's other home games include Houston, Memphis, Southern Miss, and Tulsa. For tickets, call 214-SMU-GAME. That's 214-SMU-GAME. Or log on to SMUMustangs.com.